That can be daunting for a lot of
women,
especially if they're going alone.
I used to go to this one gym.
Di mana?
And then during Ramadan of last year, we started going at night. And because I went at night, I saw my friends. And then...
Hey, are you fasting, bro?
Everybody ready? Are we rolling? Lights out. Hey.
Hello.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam. Salam Ramadan.
I had to make sure. Salam is like the universal.
Yeah. Like it's universal. Pretty sure, like, especially in Brunei.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean universal question.
Greeting?
No. Like if you want to make sure that the other person is a Muslim.
Oh, right.
You go bagi salam. Although non-Muslim. Yeah. But yeah, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Just by looking at you, I know you're a coffee person.
I'm a coffee person?
Yeah.
Not so much.
Not so much.
Not so much.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I love frequenting cafes. Like my best friend Goy is actually a coffee person.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, not so much. Like he would actually go into detail. Like last time we went to one of these cafes in Brunei, he went up to the counter and said, "So what beans do you guys use?" Even the cashier was like, "These ones." I'm like, you have to.
I'm just here. I'm just here doing my job.
But I have been making a list of like my favorite places to. My favorite drink is matcha.
Mm-hmm.
So I love iced matcha latte, and I specifically love it with oat milk. I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I prefer it with that. So I've been
Oat milk.
Yeah, with oat milk.
That's new.
So I've been going to because of like all the sahur pop-ups and everything. So we've been going to cafes like, and recently we've been going to, my friends and I have been going to Batches Coffee. We've been going to Ann Coffee just to try like the matcha. But my favorite so far has definitely been Florist Hill at Jerdong, which is right across 673 Jerdong.
Mm-hmm.
So
673.
Yeah, right across 673 Jerdong. This like this tiny little spot. The cafe is called Florist Hill, and they have really good matcha there.
When you say good, is it the matcha? Is it the consistency of the matcha? Is it overall?
It's the consistency of the matcha, especially like because like sometimes when people make matcha, you can still like I don't want to. I'm not an enthusiast. It's just like I like my matcha the way I like it. Some people like it sweetened. Some people don't like it just like pure matcha. I like it sweetened with honey, and then the consistency is like all the matcha like because powder like they're all broken down. So if it's like smooth, it's sweet. You can taste the oat milk. You can taste the matcha. Then it's like good. It's perfect.
Let's go back a little bit.
Okay.
The reason why I say coffee because one of my team sent me your profile.
Okay.
And it says coffee, but you're not really into coffee lah. Not really lah.
Which profile? Which part?
Ada tu. But you're not really into coffee lah.
No.
So somebody's getting fired for this. No, it's just a joke. But yeah, in the profile as well, it says you love matcha.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I love matcha too. And before I could even ask the question where to find the best matcha, you're already on your way. So,
well, I answered your question.
Yeah, I know.
No, it's called reading your mind.
Yeah.
Mind reading is very important when it comes to communicating with people.
Are you a good mind reader?
I can read people when I talk to them. It's like, oh, so this is where the conversation is going. I think that I attribute it towards like me being an extrovert. Like I find that I talk to people easily. I think that's also why my thing's like, oh, she's never like talked in front of a camera or anything, but she can probably do this.
She's confident. He's confident.
Yeah, he's confident that I can probably do this because I talk so much. So why not? You know?
Yeah. So can I share with my audience like how you got here?
Oh,
can I share?
Yes. Go ahead.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So I got her permission. So guys, so cuman ni, for those who don't know, I am the VP of what's my title again? PR and marketing.
Yeah.
For Powerlifting Federation Brunei Darussalam, and we have this initiative that we want to promote the sport. Kira macam do some public awareness for the sport and to push the sports to female. All right. So. And I don't want you to feel bad. There's a few people in my list.
Yeah, honestly, I know the people in the list, and really do believe that they would be a perfect fit to be sitting in this chair talking to you first before I do.
Wait, but
Yeah.
but you stepped up, and that's
Yeah.
that's the most important part. So I don't want you to feel bad, but I just want people, because I'm very transparent with my audience. Like and sometimes people say like I don't bring out. I'm not gonna say you're a normal person, but people say that I don't bring out normal people anymore. But
People who are not in the spotlight.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, you did well in the last meet.
It was just my
I
first
almost
competition.
jury.
I think I know my position in the powerlifting community. I know I'm a newbie. I would consider myself a powerlifting baby. So there are definitely like some people who are more experienced in the fitness industry and in the powerlifting community who can speak better. I think I give a good point of view when it comes to being a new powerlifter. But can I say the girls' names?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like for Dura, like her point of view can be like the fact that she's in a national team, and as well as the fact that she competed.
medalist.
Yeah, she's a gold medalist. She competed in Commonwealth, which is a very prestigious competition. And then I believe that Nadia undeniably strong, honestly, for like
Is she the strongest lifter to you?
female powerlifter.
Female.
I think there are like a lot of strong female powerlifters outside of Brunei. I feel like the fact that I've seen a lot of I watch Sheffield, so I feel like nobody in Brunei is as close as is close to people who competed during the Sheffield meet.
Okay.
Especially when it comes to females.
But in Brunei?
Yeah, we're nowhere close.
No, I mean,
wish-
in Brunei, is she the strongest?
She's the strongest powerlifter when it comes to body weight ratio. She's the strongest powerlifter. I know.
Nadia.
Yes.
We were talking about Nadia or Dura?
Nadia.
Nadia, okay.
Oh wait, Dura body weight. Dura, her deadlift. It's like
Three times.
three times. Yeah, her body
Yeah.
weight.
Nadia?
Nadia's deadlift, I'm not sure because I haven't seen. I don't know what her recent deadlift is, so I can't really say.
Yeah. But they're strong.
They're strong.
They're strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I believe that Sheila you used to coach Sheila.
I used to coach Sheila, yeah.
Yeah, and I know Sheila's been in like the fitness industry for a very long time, and she's dabbled in like, she was a powerlifter.
You did your
then.
homework.
Yeah, she was a powerlifter then. And she came back. She's a powerlifter
Yeah.
now. So
Watch
I
out.
think that
Watch
point.
out,
I
Nadia.
think that point of view. I think that point of view of like why she wasn't like why she left powerlifting then and why she decided to come back now would be a really good story for this community.
I think so. I'm looking forward to see her. Is she competing in national? I'm not sure, but
I hope she is.
I hope she is too.
Yeah.
Yeah. If she is, then I'm looking forward to see her numbers because I feel like she was being conservative during the last meet. I don't know. I think she just wanted to test the water.
I think well I knew the goal going into the meet was Asal qualify.
Get your total.
Yeah, Asal qualify, then I'm good. Because I remember I asked Mateen, who's my coach, I asked him, I get my
I love how you
qualifying.
say Mateen.
Oh, I don't know. My like his sister and I would call him Mateen. I don't know what I don't know what else to call him. But me and Mateen, we decided that once I get my qualifying total, then we'll see if I want to do my final deadlift because I wasn't having like the best day during comp day. So after the second deadlift, I asked him, "Did I get my total?" He's like, "Yeah. Do you still want to do your final?" We'll see. So I put the headphones back on. I sat at the back, and then he came up to me like right before
The third attempt.
Yeah, it was my third attempt, and he's like, "Do you want to do it?" And I'm like, "It's 100, right?" He's like, "Yeah." You know what? You sure? Then I went there, picked it up, like dropped the bar, and I realized like I'm in so much pain right now. Went to the back and be like, "I'm done. I'm gonna go take a nap." So that.
Wait, you did get your third.
Yeah,
right.
I did get my third.
Okay. There was a lot of lifters on that. I have to.
Yeah.
You did get.
You were reffing.
Yeah. Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That was 100.
That was 100.
Yeah.
Like, the first time Mateen approached me to like. The first time Mateen offered to coach me, it was because I said I wanted a 100 kilo deadlift. And now I have a 100 kilo deadlift. And now I want a 140 kilo deadlift.
Yeah.
So I'm not satisfied. Yeah.
You will never be satisfied. Trust
Yeah.
me. Yeah. And I think, speaking from experience, you just need to take care of your body lah. Like, avoid injuries.
Yeah.
Follow what your
So
coach say.
don't overshoot.
Yeah, don't overshoot.
Yeah.
Don't ego lift.
Don't ego lift.
Yeah. So before we like go deeper into the sports, I think for those people that don't know what is powerlifting, we need an introduction. So what is powerlifting? Like
Powerlifting?
define powerlifting. If I'm like a noob, if I just went to a fit fest and saw people lifting weights and I don't know what is this, how would you best explain it to me?
Powerlifting is a sport that is all about lifting the heaviest weight you can, like, and especially according to your body weight. Let's say you weigh like 60 kilos, but you can deadlift 200 kilos. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Like, it's squat, bench, and deadlift. Like, so those three main movements. A lot of people, when they go into the gym, those are the three main movements they always see. But the thing is, you don't know if it's executed properly. There are people who bench. There's so many different ways of bench. There's close grip bench. There's where you grab the bar like closer together, and then there's like a wider grip. People see people benching flat back. A lot of people arch, especially in the powerlifting scene. And then deadlifting as well. There's conventional deadlifting. There's sumo deadlifting. Let me ask, do you think sumo deadlifting is cheating?
I'm answering this because I was a sumo lifter. I don't think so.
Yes. As long as it's within the rules, I
Yeah.
believe that it's completely fine.
Yeah, it's not cheating.
Yeah, it's not cheating. If people think sumo deadlifting is hard, then it's easy. Then you're kidding yourself. It's actually really hard to execute.
It's really hard.
Yeah, like there's so much more technicality. Yeah, there's
Yep.
so much more technicality when it comes to sumo deadlifting.
Yeah.
That's why I haven't even bothered touching it. I'm just like, I'm comfortable doing convi because I have short legs. So
So you're conventional.
yes.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Do you think sumo is cheating? No.
No, because
It's all about the technique.
Yeah, it's all about technique. Like I think.
Can you pull up? Because what is conventional deadlift and what is sumo deadlift?
Yeah.
And this is like, it has been like a
It's a debate.
ongoing
Yeah.
debate even from back in my day.
So there's a photo right there.
Yeah,
The third photo.
the third photo. Yep.
Yeah. There's also like other stances when it comes to deadlifting. There's even the, what is it called? Ballerina stance. I know one of my teammates does the ballerina stance.
Ballerina.
Yeah, it's so odd. It's like a frog stance.
That is weird.
Yeah, it's like his feet are closer together, but then his knees.
Like caving in, kinda.
No,
Caving.
like his knees like. It's like.
Oh,
his
like
feet.
this.
Yeah, like that.
this. Yeah.
So it's like
It's called a ballerina.
I know a lot of people call it a ballerina stance.
So basically, conventional is the left one, obviously. Sumo, sumo.
Yeah.
So it's the right one. And the reason why people debate that it's sumo is cheating is
The
range of motion. Range of
yeah.
motion. Yeah. So basically, when you do the sumo, to your range, and range of motion is the travel distance
From the
floor
from
to
the floor.
your
Lockout.
position, which is yang di atas atau yang kalau berdiri sudah. And the reason, there's a debate because
Some people, when they sumo deadlift, the bar stops right above their knees.
but when they conventional,
When they conventional, it would stop like right below their hips. So it's a farther range of motion. But then both are just, you definitely think less. Like in my opinion, you think less when you're lifting convi. But both have like, it all depends on your body composition, like how your body is suited. Like if that's your favorite way to lift, then that's your favorite way to lift. I know when it comes to benching, I won't feel comfortable benching without my arch. So I will always make sure I have my arch when I'm benching.
do you have crazy arch?
No, it's all right.
It's alright.
It's all right.
Did you know that I almost jury your lift? Did
Yeah.
did Mateen
Yeah.
did Mateen told you?
No, I knew going into the meet, it's like, so who's the head judge? And I knew it was going to be Amir. So because Amir and I, we train at the same gym. Like, we both go to Iron Street Gym. Every single time I know I have my main bench day, I make sure it's Amir, doing the lifts off on me or counting or, like, giving the commands for me as, like, I'm practicing. So that I know what his commands are like. One. And I know...
That is very observant. That is
Yeah.
very, oh my God.
Yeah.
Nadia, watch out.
So it's I think that's where you can like learn. It's like when you pick up little bits from like people who have been in the powerlifting scene for a while. So like if this is a habit, then like you see if this is a mistake, you observe and you learn from that mistake. So instead of learning from your own mistakes, maybe try to learn from other people's mistakes.
That is great advice. Yeah, but you know why I almost jury your
Why?
lift, right? I almost jury. You get what I mean, Ka?
Yeah, like
Because okay, for context, when you were lifting, I was I was in the
your jury, yeah.
Jury, because we didn't have an official jury.
Yeah.
I was just backup ref. Backup ref, yeah. So all the three guys gave you white lights.
Yeah, for
But
deadlifts.
for bench.
For bench. Well, my first two bench I got 3 white lights. It was just my final bench.
Yeah, so for your first two bench, I was still confused with the new rule.
Oh.
Yeah, because I thought I heard that you need to break parallel. Rupanya, you
It's
just
the middle of the shoulder joint.
you just need to parallel. So I
Yeah.
almost went to the jury I mean, I almost jury because
Like, hey, wait a minute.
yeah. So I told Ming, it's like, can you watch out for her third? Oh, well, you didn't get your third
Yeah,
attempt.
it's my third attempt.
So in powerlifting, there's 3 attempts: attempt 1, attempt 2, attempt 3, and the third attempt is usually the heaviest, lah. Yeah, she didn't get the third attempt. So it didn't
Yeah,
matter.
but I didn't fail it though. Okay, in my head.
What
I got
happened?
it
I
up.
don't remember.
The ongoing joke is I fell asleep. What actually happened was that okay, I can show you a video of what
Okay,
happened.
is it on any on any
Oh,
of
it's
the
on TikTok.
TikTok? Okay, let's pull it up.
Do you have TikTok? Click
That you?
that. It's the third video.
That one.
Look at the bar.
Okay.
Yeah. The ongoing joke is because so right before the meet, don't do this if you're ever competing. Don't take Panadol Actifast.
Why you had
It
a
was Shark Week. Yeah. So unfortunately, it was only my second day of my period, and I was in so much pain, so I took like 3 Panadol Actifast during breakfast. Competed, and I was super drowsy, super sleepy. So so what happened in the warm up room at the back is, in between attempts, I'm asleep. Squats, I slept through all of it. Bench, I slept through all of it. I did not know what happened. So if there was anything that happened in the warm up room, I didn't know. All I knew was.
But you did warm up.
Yeah.
You did warm up.
I warmed up, and once it was like done and you're waiting for your attempt, I was
I
KO.
actually saw you
Sleeping at the stairs?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was me.
Oh my god. But you pulled through.
I
So
pulled through, yeah.
Congratulations.
All I knew was deadlift rolled around. I was like, oh my god, we're almost done. Pulled all 3 of my deadlifts, good to go, and then I went up and took a nap.
But the bar was traveling.
It was
oh my
just the split. Like, me and my team talked about like how it was the tiniest bit of down movement, but it's okay. Like,
No, not tiny. I could see it.
oh, okay. Okay.
No,
the
it's not.
down
It's
movement.
not. It's weird. I say it's weird because down movement is like when you have a down movement, you're grinding,
Yeah.
grinding, and then you see that
Down, and then
you're like
grinding.
you're traveling,
Yeah.
and then you're like, nope.
That's why the ongoing joke is I fell asleep.
It's like you wanted to use a bounce bar, so you're like, oof.
I don't
So
know, honestly. I don't know what happened. It
Yeah.
was my brain was quite blur. All I know is I stood up thinking I got it because I got it up, and then there was like red lights, and they were like, oh, and I'm like, okay, it's fine.
Okay, it nationals.
Because, yeah,
How much is that?
nationals. 50 kilos. That was
50
supposed
kilos.
to be a PR.
No, okay.
Yeah.
But you did try it in training after that?
No, I haven't touched it because last week was my first week back into training, so first week of prep for nationals. And
9
it was
weeks
just
out.
9 weeks
9
out.
weeks
So it was
out.
all like easy. Like, I love getting RPE 5s and 6s.
Yeah.
It was a breeze.
You need to explain what RP 5 and 6 is.
Okay, so I think because I post this a lot on my story, like I would write down RPE 5, RPE 6, and most of my followers don't know most of my girlfriends don't know, like, what is RPE? So it's the rate of perceived exertion. That's what RPE is. And it's out of 10. If it's RPE 5, that means you can do 5 more. If it's RPE 7, you can do 3 more. If it's RPE 10, no.
No.
No, just
Did you see Ming's
Yeah,
300.
300. I was there.
You were there.
I was like right
That was
in front
not
of him.
RP10. That's RP 10.5. Ming. That's RP 10.5.
We were talking about patience when it comes to deadlift because everyone has like their sticking point. So I guess his sticking point was at the bottom, and once you pass that, then it's just adrenaline rushing through, and you can pick it up. And his technique was still executed really well.
Is Ming's account public?
His Instagram, you can find it on his Instagram
Because this is the first 300 kilo pull by a Bruneian.
on a stiff bar.
Somebody pull.
Yeah.
Who pulled 300 on a deadlift bar? Hey guys, sorry to interrupt the programming. Aku tahu kamu lapar mesan ni, especially kalau kamu melihat time siang. Oh, mendengar time siang. We're now on Apple Podcast and Spotify. Why did I say Apple Podcast dulu baru Spotify? Patutnya Spotify lah dulu. You guys should order sungkai from my restaurant, Fasting Brew, not Fasting Bro. Fasting Brew. That's FASTINGBREW.com. Okay? Banyak menu tu. Kenapa cakap yo? So natural. Yeah, banyak good food. Nasi pusuk, roti, roti talur, roti kosong, roti talur bawang. We have mi goreng, mi tiao, mi mamak. A lot of other menus. Rojak. Oh, kamu belum cuba rojak. Nyaman tu boy. And we have deliveries sama you guys can pick up as well. That's a new feature of the website. Dulu tak ada pick up, but now ada pick up. And when you do pick up, you can pay by cash. So, yeah. Order ta. Banyak tu makanan sana.
I know I just claims that, but I haven't seen it, so I can't say. And I've never seen a recording of it either.
So, for all we care.
But what's most important is Ming pulled 300 on a stiff bar.
Okay.
Because it's a stiff bar.
Ming.
Jim Ming.
So this is...
So all the ones tagged, we were all there.
So this is the first 300 kilo pull, as far as I'm concerned, by a Bruneian.
President of PFBD. So.
Yep. Ming is the president of VFBD.
So that's like the sticking point.
Do you think that's a white or a red? I met
I'm
Ming.
not gonna say.
I met Ming earlier, and I was like, he asked me, "Did you see my 300?" I said, "Yes." Clean it up.
I mean, it was his first 300 pull. He's been waiting for this for
Yeah,
the
I
longest
know.
time. So
Yeah, because I've been like, I've been saying to him, Ligno is gonna get it first. It's like, no, I'm gonna get it first. Yeah, but I said to him, well done, and clean it up because I think he's gonna get it.
I think I notice when it comes to especially bench for me, it's when I try to hit a PR and I fail it, I usually get it the next week because I already know what the weight feels like. Yeah.
That's interesting.
So because I already know what it feels like, I'm not so scared of it anymore. Because I do feel that I get scared of weights very often. That's why during my meet, I did not know any of my attempts, not even my openers.
Okay, which is, we know the weight, like we see the numbers, like 50 kilo, 100 kilo, that's heavy. But how do you explain that to a newcomer? How do you explain that so that it's not daunting to them? Ba?
Okay, this is something that I wish I knew when I started powerlifting, is that you will definitely see a lot of exponential growth when you start.
Exactly.
You'll
the first few.
The first few months, you'll like see, oh, I can deadlift this much, I can bench this much. But expect a plateau as well. But don't let that discourage you from stop power. Continue with your program. Continue, if you have a coach, continue working with your coach, because the longer you work with your coach, the better you get. Because your coach will you get used to how your coach programs for you, and your coach will get used to, will be familiar with your training habits and whatnot. So the more, because when you're training, when you're prepping for a competition especially, you do the weight so much, like you do the movement pattern so much that you get used to it. It becomes muscle memory. So when you hold the bar a lot, you don't really get scared of it anymore. Like the 20 kilos is like a stick at that point.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just the bar. Think of it like that.
Yeah. because when we talk numbers, like Ming now 300. So what is your what is heavy to you now after 300?
I don't see it as like the weight itself. I see it as the weight and the person who's lifting the weight. You could be, let's say, 200 kilo deadlift would be light for someone like Ming, but 200 kilo deadlift for someone like Dura would be heavy.
Yeah.
So it's all about your body weight. Yeah.
I see.
That's why my group of friends, or like my powerlifting group of friends, we have this conversation of like people who ego lift in the gym and like they
I feel like you're talking about me.
no like people who pull like maybe 150, 160 deadlift for reps, but they weigh like 100 plus kilos. That's
not really.
That's not that impressive, you know.
Okay.
Especially if you're aiming to be like a power, and like it's fine if you're like a newbie and like you're being humble about it, but then there are people who like humble brag. Yeah.
Explain humble brag.
You explain humble brag.
Is that a Gen Z term? Humble brag?
I don't. No, not really.
Not really.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever cold pull? Cold pull.
What's that?
You would just walk up to the bar and just pull it. No warm up, no belt.
No.
No, never.
No.
Yeah.
I went into powerlifting with Mateen, so it's all about warm up properly. It's executing it properly. Stick to the RPE. Don't overshoot. Don't sandbag. No nothing. But I do know that I feel like I can't be able to do that because I'm an overthinker when it comes to powerlifting. And when it comes to like training and everything, like I would, let's say I had a good bench day last week and it's my bench day for the next week. I would think, okay, how did I do it last week? My team keeps telling me like, don't think about it, just execute, just do it. But I'll always think about, okay, what was my technique last week? What were the cues when it comes to like breathing into my chest or keeping my shoulders back? Was it me last week? Was it the bench? Was it what I was wearing? Like it's like so many things
many things.
Yeah, that's going in through my head.
Can I ask you a question? After listening to all of that, what do you think of powerlifting now?
Very interesting. And I feel like for women, it's especially empowering lah.
Empowering.
Yeah.
So would you want to try it?
Yes.
I feel like when you make powerlifting a passion, my friend said this like literally 3 nights ago, gym is a lifestyle. That's what he said in his words. But when you make powerlifting your life, it really does revolve around training. So whenever my friends want to go out with me, I'm like, oh, but I have training at 9. I have to train though. It's like, okay, we can go out, but I gotta go. I have to train.
Wow.
Or like, oh, I can go, but I have training
gotta be
right
back
now.
by, yeah.
Like we've been, my friends and I, we've been going to like the sahur pop-ups at Batches, right? So I invited one of my friends like, oh, do you want to go sahur at Batches later? And I texted my other friend, do you want to go? Both of them said, I'm training right now. The other one said, I have training later. My response was, yeah, I have training also. So we'll all train. After that, we'll decide.
Okay.
So it becomes your life.
I had a question in my head just now. I had a question in my head just now. I
Did
forgot.
you know that? Okay, so this is what my little brother told me. If you forget what you were gonna say, you can gum your hand, and somehow it comes back to you. I don't know. It's worked before for me, but it's so odd. Is it working?
No.
No. Okay, then it's not working.
Your word is a scam.
My brother's lying to me.
Apa? It's something about sahur, but I
Gone.
gone.
Fly away. It's okay.
So lame. So do you only train at malam saja?
I prefer training at night, but when Matin's around, I end up training in the afternoon. But I
During
like
puasa? Strictly malam.
at night. Like
No team
Yeah.
siang.
no. I need my water. So yeah, I usually train. I mean, like it never really changed. Even like during like non-Ramadan, I get to the gym at 9:30 p.m. and I start training at like 9.
What time do the gyms close these days?
So Iron Street closes at 11 p.m. But
So you would have only 1 hour 30 minutes if you
no,
arrive
I
at
still have
9:30.
time because so here's the thing about like training at a gym community instead of a commercial. So commercial gym, of course, has like the time limit, and like it's like it's like But if you work at a if you train at a gym community, the owner of Iron Street, Zol, it's like okay, whoever's last you can lock up.
I see.
Yeah. So it's like Mateen said, it's like base.
It's like base.
Yeah.
Have you been to base?
No, I wasn't.
You haven't-
Yeah, I wasn't
Oh.
into like lifting or anything. I only started powerlifting in June last year.
Oh, I
still
thought you've been
very new.
around. So during nationals, that you were just nationals last year.
Nationals last year I was handling.
Ah,
Yeah.
that's interesting. I thought you've been around.
So growing up, I was never the most athletic. Like anything that involved catching a ball or throwing a ball, I was like, no. You wanna play netball? No. And I just didn't want to. Like I found that to be like very exhausting, or like I never had like I never found a fun in doing so. But who knew? In my early 20s, I just thought, why pick up a ball when
Well,
I
you
can pick up a bar?
Yeah. Does it feel good though?
It definitely feels much better. Like, so I started going to the gym January 2022. It was a New Year's resolution. I just started going, and I thought, like this is fun. Like, but like most girls that start going to the gym, it's more of a I'm trying to get like a small waist, like all that, right? But I realized as I started going more often, it's like I actually like picking up like the heavier dumbbells, even though I can't pick it up for the life of me.
Mm-hmm.
But I found it interesting, and I would end up doing my research. I would Google, and I found Powerlifting Brunei, and I didn't know how to start, but I went to Dynamic Gym, and Mateen happened to be there, and then I went. So this is how I met Mateen. I want to talk about this. So I went to Dynamic Gym to do deadlifts with one of my friends who offered to coach me lah. But he wasn't really doing anything. And then Mateen was there. I think
Sounds like my coach.
I think he kind of got discouraged to coach me because Mateen and Goy, like everyone who competed during TPF, the Thailand meet, were there. So when I was deadlifting, that was when Mateen actually went to Dynamic with Goy and Andy and was watching me. Oh my God, I was literally embarrassing myself. Like if I look at videos of me deadlifting then, I was like, this was how they met me. Lord. So Mateen said that if I was interested in powerlifting, I should talk to him. We ended up following each other on Instagram, and then I posted something about how I wanted a 100 kilo deadlift. He replied, we talked, and then he offered coaching. And then straight off the bat, I was like, okay, let's do this, because I really do want to try powerlifting. And then it was like this whole new world that I got like thrown into, and I ended up loving it. So it's great. And I feel that a lot of people don't know that online coaching is a thing. People think coaching is like one-to-one. You have to meet with your coach. You have to go to the gym at 6 a.m. You have to be on time, all of that, right? But online coaching is so doable. Like, Mateen is in KL. A lot of his athletes are in Brunei. We just train, record, send it to him, and then he will review it, and then either say like, oh, that was good, that was a good training session, or like, oh, maybe change this, maybe change that, maybe do this next week, all of that. So it's
Quite a commitment.
yeah, it's
That's
quite
good.
a commitment to the sport, but then communication with your coach is always key. People, I get a lot of questions from girls asking like, oh, how do you start going to the gym? Or like, how do I start?
That can be daunting
Yeah.
for a lot of
Yeah,
women.
for a lot of women.
Especially if they're going alone. With a lot of
Yeah.
the men.
It's a very male-dominated space. I
no, it's like the
agree.
men are just, you know how they are.
It depends on the gym. It depends on the gym.
So you would say Iron Street is
it's a very good space.
okay.
Yeah. So, since I'm new in the fitness industry, I haven't been to a lot of gyms, but I did used to go to this one gym. I'm not gonna say. I used to go there.
Di mana?
Not gonna say. Gosh, I already said.
What happened?
No, like I used to go in like the morning and the afternoon, and it was like completely fine. Like nobody bothered me. And then during Ramadan of last year, it was before I met Mateen. So Ramadan of last year, I started going at night, and because I went at night, I saw my friends, and then my friends would talk to me, and the other guys would think because my friends are talking to me, they can talk to me too. And I felt weird, so I stopped going. And then it was ngam like after so I didn't go to the gym for like a couple of weeks after that, and I kind of tried
That
going
one
to,
incident.
yeah.
Oh my god.
There was a one incident, but I'm not gonna go into detail about it. Yeah.
It's not just that.
Not just that. That's a part of it, but then there's this one that made me like,
Shame on you, dude.
I feel really uncomfortable. So I stopped going, and then that's when I started. I tried Dynamic, and when I tried Dynamic, I liked it, but it was too expensive. It's like a $20 entry. The membership is like $100 something.
100 something.
Yeah, I think
That is
120 a month.
expensive.
Yeah, it's
120.
yeah.
So expensive.
It's a luxury gym, so expected.
Yeah,
Like
they gotta
shower,
pay Andy's
the shower
salary.
is great.
Shower is great.
Yeah, every time I know I'm gonna pay entry, like if I'm gonna train at Dynamic and I'm gonna pay $20, I will sit in the shower for 1 hour.
And that is worth it lah.
That's
20.
worth it. It's worth it, $20. The shower is amazing. You guys should try it. It's like a rainfall shower.
Really?
Yeah.
How's privacy?
It's alright. Like
It's alright.
yeah, it's pretty good. There's like
You can do your thing lah.
yeah, it's a clean gym. It's like everything. It's great.
They gotta be.
Yeah.
$20.
So, yeah, after that, like, that's when I met Matin. Matin said that he goes to Iron Street. I started going to Iron Street.
Wait, why did Matin go to Dynamic while also going to
Matin
Iron-
likes to do his work at Dynamic. So he does...
the
he writes-
cafe?
yeah, at the cafe.
Okay.
So he writes his programs for his athletes, and we get our programs like usually every 4 weeks. Some of his athletes get it every week. So Saturdays and Sundays are his work days. So he would usually go to Dynamic, sit there. He has a spot in the corner, and do his work there.
I see.
Yeah. So I happened to go to the gym on a Saturday when he was there, and that's when we met.
The star was the line lah.
The stars aligned. Yeah.
Do you still get that? I don't know. You've been in this. You've been powerlifting for
A couple months. Close to a
June.
year. June, yeah.
so
Close to a year.
8 months lah.
Yeah.
6, 8, 9 months.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still get the same adrenaline rush when you hit like a new best? It doesn't have to be a PR,
Oh.
rep PR.
I think that's where a lot of people, they get like stoked when they know they're gonna hit a PR, or when they get a PR they like scream or shout, all of that.
Personal
right?
record.
Yeah, a personal record. But I never really think about it. I don't know. Like I would squat and then I'd finish, and then like I'd like be done with my set. And my friends who are watching, they'd be like, "Oh, that was good," and I would look at it like, "Oh, that's a PR, by the way."
Oh,
Yeah, it just I don't know. It just
it's a
there.
PR, but then so energy drop lah.
No, this is an energy drop. I just don't think about it too much. I think that's
I think what
Yeah.
you're trying to say, you would better be using the energy for your
in
next
the lift.
set.
Yeah,
For your
in the
next
lift
set.
for my next set instead
Which
of
is why I always have. Now that I'm a referee, I'm a chief referee as well. It annoys me when people over celebrate in front of me, especially when it's like a
Professional.
gym. No, it's
Oh.
a gym. It's a gym meet, which what we had last time,
Yeah.
and we are so close to the lifter, and they're doing all this dance. All
Yeah.
it's. You have another attempt to save your energy,
Yeah.
dude. Like if it's a third attempt, I
if it's your
understand.
final deadlift.
Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll celebrate with you.
Yeah.
But then it's like first attempt, and then they're already celebrating. Why waste that energy? And since
Yeah.
you still have two and second and
I
third
mean,
attempt.
I'm all for people who like scream when they lift, scream when they lift, or like when they shout or all of that when they celebrate. That's like maybe this is how they function when it comes to lifting. But I know that could never be me. I think if I scream, I would sound like a duck. So no.
Can we pull up a video? Because I think it's Instagram. Okay, let's pull up Nadia. This one kala, yang 120 kilo. I think so.
120 kilos. I have yet to squat
Yeah.
120 kilos.
You see, that's the screaming that I was referring to. That pre-lift.
Pre-lift.
I think
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah.
You need to
Let it go.
let it go. Yeah. Is this heavy for women?
I think so. I have yet to touch that weight, so I definitely want to one day.
What's your squat now?
My squat is 80 at this moment.
80. That's PR.
That's
That's
PR.
your
That's
best.
my comp PR.
Comp PR. Okay.
Yeah.
So Nadia was the one who we wanted to. I mean, I appreciate you. Don't
Yeah.
feel bad.
No
Please.
worries. Yeah, it's
you've been
fine.
great. You've been a great guest.
Thank you.
But yeah, Nadia is one of the. I think she is. She has the highest number now.
Mm-hmm.
Although competition wise, Dura probably has
More
'cause-
experience.
More experience because
Yes.
you know, gold medalist, Commonwealth, New Zealand.
I feel like when you've been to Commonwealth, you definitely meet like way more experienced lifters.
Yeah.
Like when Dura was at Commonwealth, Cardina competed in Sheffield.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
Sheffield was so fun to watch. And I was watching it like through, like I didn't sleep until sahur. Yeah. I think like the way Sheffield was, the way the competition is set, it makes it, okay, people say that some powerlifting meets are kind of boring to watch. Do you agree?
If I am as a spectator and I don't have any competitor that I'm looking out for, maybe.
Yeah, it's like,
But if I'm judging, if I have a competitor, if I have a friend
yeah, a
competing,
friend, yeah.
then I'll watch the whole way through.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I feel like if
It's like tennis.
yeah,
I mean,
I don't really watch tennis. So I don't know.
it's boring.
No, but it's like I agree that some powerlifting meets can be boring, but the way Sheffield is because you have 9 attempts to win thousands and thousands of dollars, so each attempt mattered. So
Okay.
everybody was like, it would
Every attempt was on the line.
line.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So it's fun to watch.
Are you caught up with the powerlifting news across the IPF with the transgender?
Yeah, the transgender, the one that happened.
Explain to me what happened.
I'm not kept up. I heard about it. I know that when it comes to the transgender bit, it's that I think it was transgender female. So the person was initially biologically a male, trans female, and wants to compete in the female division. But then that's kind of unfair because you naturally do still, even though you probably take a medicine or like drugs to suppress your testosterone.
Hormones.
Yeah, your hormones. You will still have way more testosterone than females.
Than most females, yeah.
It's like, for example, I could work months and months of training just to get my 50 kilo bench. A high schooler will walk into a gym and bench 64 reps.
Yeah.
Like a high school boy.
Yeah, high school boy. So where do you stand on this?
Biologically, just compete in the guys section. If you're a transgender, I feel like if you're a transgender and you take drugs to suppress your testosterone level, you're competing against people that have higher testosterone. So if you win, that's like way better
Than competing in the
females. Like yeah.
Can you pull up the news? I want to know what exactly happened.
Because like if you compete, like for example, like even more impressive in my opinion, if you medal or if you podium in the men's section as a transgender.
USAPL, they lost a case, kan?
Oh yeah, it's this one. But I don't know. I compete IPF, so it's of no concern to me.
So this is not IPF?
No, it's USAPL.
USAPL di mana kan masanya?
USAPL is in US. It's in the name.
No, I mean, USAPL is IPF, right?
No,
They're
like
no
branched
longer-
out. No.
What's the
So now there's IPF that's alone. USAPL is not a part of IPF anymore. It's just USAPL. That's why they don't follow the new bench rules. The new bench rules is just IPF.
Okay, I'm gonna cut this part out because it looks bad on my PR and. Sorry, Ming. I'm taking my Cat 2 exam this year in the Philippines. Yeah, so this has to be cut out. Otherwise, they're not gonna.
Yeah. But USAPL is not. It's like not.
So
a part.
they what's the federation now?
It's USAPL.
USAPL. So
Yes,
they
sir.
have their own thing.
Yeah, their own thing.
I see.
So right now we're hoping. So what we're hoping for right now is that one of the strongest USAPL lifters, Russell Orhi, to go back into IPF because we want
Why?
to see him. We want to see him compete in Worlds, like because he.
So who's sending? USA is not sending any team to IPF Worlds. at the moment?
No, they do have like the lane, like Sheffield. Like there was a lot of Keiko was is a USA lifter, but not USAPL. Like he's in the IPF. Like you can be from the country. It just
The
depends.
main federation?
Yeah. It just depends on which federation you compete
Okay.
in.
Oh, so that's the one. A male
Yeah.
Canadian powerlifting coach broke the Albert. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Yeah, that's the one. He did it just to prove the point, ba. It's a crazy world.
Yeah.
I am very grateful that we don't have to deal with this in Brunei.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a yeah.
I mean, not to say that we don't have our own powerlifting trauma here.
What is the drama?
I can't say.
Why not? I just talked to Ming this morning, so he said he doesn't care.
Oh no, he'll say he doesn't care, then he'll think about it.
Yeah, we do have our own drama in here. Yeah.
But try not to keep that in the spotlight. Like think about what you post, think about what you write, all of that.
Do you think it's okay? My job is like PR, and do you think that's my job to keep peace?
Keep the peace.
Are you like?
Okay.
But it's
should put that. So keep the peace.
no, but that's the thing. Like we are so small. Why?
Yeah. Why the drama when
Why
you're
the
still
drama?
a small community?
Yeah. So we should be.
Like some things belong in the private account. You wanna say something about someone? Keep it in the private account. Keep it in the group chat. Like you don't have to, put it out there.
Yang mana ne?
Ada banyak. I don't know. Like my friends.
I'm clueless when it comes to these things, right?
No, it's okay. I think what's important right now is to definitely bring more female lifters because we've seen the most female athletes in the recent qualifier. So we've seen the most female athletes in the recent qualifier, kan? So we just want to see more of it in the coming years. And I think when there's more female athletes, we can get recognized as a proper sport. Like, yes, we're still a very niche sport. It's still a very niche community. Like,
Do you think so?
Yeah, like both powerlifting and weightlifting. People would think weightlifting, oh, you're lifting weights at the gym. No, it's like actually a sport.
Yeah, has a lot of technique.
Yeah,
and you gotta get
technique.
it right.
Like do it right so you don't get injured. All of that. So same thing with powerlifting. It's not just lifting heavy weights at the gym. You actually have to produce that same energy on the platform if you're planning to compete. So to see more female lifters on the platform, that makes this sport more widespread. And if it's more recognizable, hopefully we can get private sponsors are great. Like, thank you for anybody that wants to help send athletes out. But
There's a lot of that now, right?
yeah, it's all
We're
about
very
now.
thankful, by the way.
But we really do need government funding.
Yeah.
That would really help in pushing, taking Brunei representatives to compete in international platforms because competitions like Commonwealth and Worlds are not small competitions.
And it costs a lot of money.
It costs a lot of money. Like, even just to send athletes to Johor, C Cup last
C
year,
Cup.
which is, there's also like a pretty big competition.
It is, yeah, regional.
Yeah. That's also costs like a lot of money.
Yeah.
So we need the funding.
We need the funding.
More participants means more recognition, means not really a niche sport anymore, means more funding.
Yeah, and we have proven ourselves.
Yeah.
In powerlifting, we've gotten
Time
a
and time
lot
again.
of gold medal, a lot
Yeah.
of gold medalists already, and a lot. So we've proven ourselves. It's just that, which I think this is also my job here, to bring more awareness to the sport, and not just for the lifters themselves, but also the audience, the people that wants to see it. So you were talking about we had a record number of female lifters.
Yeah.
Do you know already what's the numbers for nationals?
I counted. I'm pretty sure it's 7.
For nationals?
Yeah, for nationals. If they end up signing up, I know a handful already signed up for nationals. So
I know the number already.
okay.
I already know the confirmed number.
Oh, so
I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say.
I think so.
You think so?
Yeah, you can say it.
You can-
and then
I can cut
say
it.
it. Yeah,
I can
say
cut
it. Run it by Ming, then you can cut it out. Yeah,
We wrote the record already.
yeah.
Yeah. It was 8 kan, Reto. 8 or 7?
7.
7.
Yeah.
I think currently we have 9. I think.
Oh, okay.
But it's past already there. So and we're still expecting more. So yes, we want more female lifters to compete because like you said, it will make the sport itu more widespread and not just a
Yeah.
male dominant
Yeah.
sport kan.
It won't be a niche sport.
Yeah. It is tough though. I mean, I feel like my job here is not to push the sport to the female because I think people like you have done great in promoting the sport. I think it's more like having the macam the public
Yeah, I think
become
a lot
more aware
girls,
of the sport.
I think a lot of girls get discouraged. Even if I were to hear about powerlifting, maybe like 3-4 years back, I'd be like, oh, okay. Like I wouldn't be as interested of it now, because now I can see there are female lifters who still look like a girl, or like they're not aggressive. Like
Like a girl. What does that mean?
like people. Well, then I would assume every female powerlifter would be aggressive. But you don't have to be aggressive in order to powerlift. You can still be a girly girl on the platform.
Hey!
Wear your pink belt, wear your pink knee sleeves, wear your pink wraps. Just go for it. You don't have to scream or shout when you're like
Lifting.
after you lift or anything. If you wanna
After or before?
Yeah, after or before.
Can
Like,
still be a girl.
if you're a soft girl, like that doesn't mean that's not gonna stop you from lifting heavy.
Mhm.
So that
Which one are you?
In between.
In between.
Yeah,
I was gonna say.
but I do love being girly. Like I think one of the biggest, like I remember thinking about it like, oh, I want to have long nails, but then I can't put my knee sleeves on. Like that. Like I want to have like painted like nice nails, but I won't be able to put my knee sleeves on, you know.
Can you still lift when you have long nails?
I was able to, like before I had knee sleeves, because I just got my knee sleeves like last month, 2 months ago.
Because it's interesting to me. Si Ming punya kuku panjang wah yang sebuting
Oh
sini.
yeah.
How do you lift?
I think it doesn't get in the way. I think it's just like the front. Yeah.
Really?
I think the pinky doesn't really get in the way. Yeah.
It's annoying to me when I see it. Like, Ming, come on, you're the president here.
I think it's too. I know a lot of people keep like the pinky.
Why?
Nail
Why is
long,
that? What's
so you can like kupas things easily. You know, like
really?
Yeah.
Kupas?
I don't know.
That is like the most Bruneian thing to say. But really, I didn't know.
I know a lot of my like.
It makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
When you have short nails, it's tough.
Yeah, it's hard to get things open.
Yeah.
Yeah. People think that me and Dura, we talked about this, how people perceive women as being fragile. Like, oh, that's why they can't do like all these heavy lifting. But, you know, okay, last week I probably would have cried if I broken a nail. But next week I probably would tear a callus and I'd be like, oh, you know what, whatever. So women are not as fragile as you think. Like, we can do it. Yeah.
Nail is more important lah than
Yeah, nails more important than a callus. Definitely.
Oh man, yeah.
Like,
You guys have any questions for her? Okay, you study elite,
Yes.
but macam mana boleh jauh ke powerlifting? Like, what's the...
Oh, it's not even like I study English, so I'm doing my degree for the sake of getting a degree, you know, and the UBD allowance, to be honest.
Boom!
I'm pretty sure a lot of students, like, they're like happy to be in UBD just because they get the allowance. It really does. Like, I'm a uni student living off of my UBD allowance, and I'll admit that. I'll admit that. Like, it'd be great to get a part-time job just to get the extra income. But yeah, I studied Lit because I took English Lit in A-levels and I really enjoyed it. So I thought I'll continue doing it for uni, because like if I'm going to do uni, well, I might as well do something that I like, right? Powerlifting is just a whole nother thing. I knew I wanted to go to the gym. I found powerlifting, fell in love with it. My boyfriend's a powerlifter, so it's a whole life. Just because you study it doesn't mean you can't do something else. So I qualified. The goal at first was so I take it one step at a time. The goal was to qualified, and then moving on to nationals. Do well for nationals, hopefully get picked for the national team. And then there's like 2 big competitions. There's C Cup and Asians.
Asian.
Hopefully to compete in both of those as well.
Both
And
or either one? Both.
Hopefully both, but
Wow.
maybe budget-wise, maybe one.
Kel.
Yeah, KL. I mean, like they're both.
Who's
it's-
going to
it's
Who's going to
KL or-
Philippines with me? Dante? If
I
you're
don't
not,
know.
you guys are not competing in.
Don't know. Like, most like if Philippines is like doable, then Philippines.
Yeah. Okay.
Because like KL would be easier for me because then it would be my semester break.
Mhm.
Philippines would be in the mid, like, smack dab in the middle of my semester.
What was the
So-
question?
Yes.
Are you an overachiever?
Am I an overachiever? No. I just like doing. I like having my days filled. If my days are not filled, I feel very. You know, like when you know you don't do anything the whole day, you're just like, oh. Yeah.
I know how that feels. I miss that. No, because I do too much now. So macam, I think kemarin was one of those days for me. In the
Yeah.
afternoon, I could do work, but instead I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna tidur lah sekejap.
Yeah.
And
I feel
ended
like if
up-
I was an overachiever, I would be studying law in UK right now. I think if I was an overachiever, I would actually push. But because I went through A levels, like I was still playing video games throughout A levels, so I didn't really, like I took it seriously, but I didn't do my best. But because powerlifting is such a new thing for me, I want to be able to apply and do my best in this. Yeah, I think when you grow, you just like you don't be one person. Like as you grow up, you become like so many different. You have like you pick up many different personalities and different hobbies and everything. So, like maybe then my personality was being like a good student, like doing my best in school. Now it's I want to achieve something in the sport, and then maybe like in the very distant future is to become a mother. I don't know, something like that. So it's like there's so many things. Like you literally live like what? Like people live up to like 80 years old. What are you gonna do with your life up until 80?
a
You're not
lot.
gonna do one thing.
Yeah. A lot.
It's a bigger picture.
And did you know that I quit, right?
Yeah.
And then I
No,
here I am.
no. It's not quit. Taking a break. We're waiting for the comeback.
That is the tough question.
Do you think you're gonna come back into powerlifting? Maybe even like for fun, small meets.
I don't know. It's tough. Sometimes, you know, when people are just warming up and then I'm in the back, like being the technical director and all, I feel
Yeah.
like, can I just pinjam enggak sekejap? But then, you know, you're in your, you know
Yeah.
how the refs are.
Yeah, like you were the
like-
button up.
Yeah. That's so much. Maybe one day. I don't know. At the moment, I just want to help because I know all the rest of the committee are an athlete.
Yeah.
So macam if I become the athlete jua, like who's gonna be?
Yeah.
So
It's kind of like I know like the committee is juggling like a lot of things. Like
Yeah.
especially Ming, like he has his own personal life. Like he's getting married this year. So
this year ka?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he has that, and he has like work, personal life, being like competing, and also being the president. So
yeah.
it's just a lot of things. Like I know, like even for example, Mateen, like he's a full-time student as well. So it's just working through. It's persevering. That's the word. So just push through it.
You know, I had a hand in helping Mateen's deadlift. Yeah, he told you
Yeah.
that. Yeah. I made a video for him. Yeah, he get grown.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when I took the break and I came back, I'm like, this guy.
My goal right now is to beat Mateen's deadlift.
You think it's doable?
No, not deadlift. His bench. Okay, let me change that. You can cut that one out. My goal right now is to beat Mateen's bench.
What is he benching now?
Like I know he's bench 85. My bench is 50, so that's a long way to go. It's
Long way
just-
to go. In the bench, that's long way to go.
It's just the fact that he had to cut down to 59. So we were about the same weight when he cut down to 59. And then his bench went down. So
By
he's
a
trying
lot,
to,
right?
Yeah, so he's trying to build his bench back up. And I'm like, wait, let me catch up first. Wait. I want him to be able to say, oh yeah, my girl benches more than me. Like that would be such a satisfying, that would be such an empowering feeling. Like imagine your boyfriend saying that, that'd be great. Yeah.
So Martin's also your boyfriend.
Yes, that's my
Okay.
boyfriend.
All right. Any questions? You want to get in the sport? Why not?
Why not? Do you play any other sports?
No.
Esports is a thing. Yeah. Gaming sports. Yeah. See?
Yeah, the sport. Camera? Berat kan?
Yeah.
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 Right.
Cameras are
I got your back, bro. You know what? You know Joe Rogan, right?
Yes.
You watch his podcast now?
No.
Okay. Joe Rogan has in his studio, he put it in a Ziploc bag, smelling salt.
Oh,
Sometimes, just for fun, he would ask his guests to
smell it.
smell it. And it's
Oh.
fun reaction. I might start doing that.
I think it would have no effect to me. I clean cat litters every single day. Yeah, so it's like smelling salts every single day. You know, like it's in your face. You're scooping the cat litter.
It is. It does smell like
Yeah,
the cleaning agent
Yeah.
can.
it smells like pee. That's what it smells like.
Really?
Like cat piss.
Cat piss.
Yeah, it smells like that. So if you're scooping like the litter box from your cat's business, like it actually smell like smelling salts.
I mean, I've never smell it, but you know, like when you're a technical director in a meet,
Yeah.
you're
see
ri-
people.
Yeah, no, you're just right there, like, okay, wait, and this lifter was just like, I'm just standing like right in front of
Oh,
them, gan. So
yeah.
tercium ba. So
Oh, yeah.
I've never smelled it directly. Yeah, but next time I'll bring it to the studio after puasa lah.
First time I smelled it was like literally my first day of training, and it wasn't Martin. It was my friend Goy. He was like, "Smell this." I was
And then
like,
you just-
I didn't know what it was, so I took I smelled. I was like, "Oh my god, it smells like cat piss." It was like that.
You take a good atuka.
No, like like when you
Like-
smell something normally, but
Yeah.
it was still pretty strong.
Yeah,
I think-
it is pretty strong.
Yeah, it is pretty strong.
You guys should try it on there. It's called smelling salt.
I have it at home, but it's like old,
Oh,
so
we
like it
should-
wouldn't be like. I feel like if you get a newer one, then it would be a stronger smell. If it's old, then it's not really that effective.
So
I don't
basically,
know,
it's
I don't
just
know what it
macam-
does. Like I've never personally used it for lifting, but I know like apparently it gives like
I think adrenaline.
yeah,
I think
adrenaline or
Coba like
what does
smelling
salt
salt.
do?
Oh, there you go.
Arouse consciousness.
When you guess.
It irritates the membranes of your nose and lungs.
So this is the science of it.
Yeah.
Can we watch?
A video.
Yeah. No. Theo Von, Joe Rogan, Theo Von, smelling salt. Yep. Oh, that's too long.
You can skip it.
Yeah, coba that one. I said it's too long, and here I am, 1 hour podcast.
Yeah.
I-
Oh.
that is the reaction.
That must be like a new bottle.
Yeah, so I thought that would be fun for a non-lifter guest
Yeah,
that I have on the
sell it.
show. Yeah, maybe nanti lah. Do they sell it in Brunei ka?
I think they do. I don't know where exactly because I never looked to buy it. So
I hope they do. I don't want to order
yeah.
and pay like.
Or you can
$30.
borrow. You can probably like ask the product. Can I borrow it for a bit?
No, I want a fresh one.
Ah.
Yeah, I want a fresh one.
Yeah, I probably can. It's probably somewhere just like ask the powerlifters.
If they have like a fresh bottle, then I would like buy it from them lah. Nakan
Yeah.
you go to bodybuilding.com just to buy something and
Yeah.
pay like $30 shipping.
Back to like funding. Being a powerlifter is expensive.
It is. I think we left that part out for
Yeah.
a reason, I guess. But
I think that's another reason why people like don't really like they powerlift, but they don't really go into competing.
I guess you can
Yeah.
just awal-awal minjam dulu ka ataupun
Yeah.
go gearless dulu. I think if you have a good foundation, you can start without any equipment. So don't let that.
Yeah, mind you, I still use my. So I found a pink belt on TikTok, so I bought it. It's pink. That's why I bought it.
Okay.
I still use it till this day. So
Still hold up.
yeah, it's still pretty good. And like I started off powerlifting without knee sleeves. I only got my knee sleeves like last month
For the meat.
for the meet. Yeah, and I still don't wear wraps, so you don't need all the
Fancy
SPD,
stuff
yeah,
lah.
all
Yeah.
the SPD gear and to be able to execute. It does
Yeah.
help in the long run,
Yeah.
but when you're starting off, like you're good.
Yeah,
to
because
go.
I've been in conversation where a veteran lifter approached by a novice lifter and then like bang nya berapa tu belt kita tu payah dah the veteran lifter because we as veterans we want people to come in the sport
yeah.
but we don't want them to be macam oh mahal juga like 300 for a belt. How much is SBD belt now?
$300.
300, right?
Yeah.
So how much?
But lifetime warranty.
Still.
Yeah, it
I
lasts you
see.
forever.
Yeah, they do have lifetime warranty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I did buy a belt. I'm just waiting for it to arrive. It's not SBD though. I got the Inzer
Inzer?
belt. Yep.
I still know my lingo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Watch out, guys.
Fasting Bro's gonna make a comeback.
Maybe not this year. I want to take my cat to Dulo and we'll see lah from there. Cuma nak,
Yeah.
yeah. All right. Thank you for coming to the show.
Of course.
Thank you for stepping up, I guess.
Yeah.
You know? Because here's one thing that I want to say. And maybe this is a representation of how I'm doing as a public figure, I guess. When I call someone and they say like, hey, do you want to go on my show? Some people, dulu lah, to some extent, they be like, bah, I'll do it. I'm working, but I'll take the day off.
Yeah.
I'm busy, but you know, I'll change my schedule around. That's how it used to be. But now I'm getting people like, let me think about it first. Like,
Oh.
I think we don't call people twice.
Yeah.
We
Like
don't call people twice. So
I don't think it's gonna like if you're busy, then yes, you're busy. Like, but if you have the opportunity, then just take it. Like
I know. So I
Yeah.
think for me, it means that I gotta work hard lah, build my brand. For me, cuma tu lah. But that's why I'm super grateful that you came.
I only found out about this like in the middle of the night last night.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I'm not gonna leave that. I mean, yeah. That's why I'm even more grateful because yeah